Are we?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Who All Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. How we feeling, crew? How we feeling?
Yo.
Pretty good. Shout out to my sister-in-law. Today her birthday.
Hey, big birthday.
Shout out to my girl Ken. It's her birthday today too.
Shout out to someone out there. Hold on, it's almost we're about 3 months and 20 days away from my birthday, somewhere around there. So happy early birthday to me. You feel me?
Oh, you lying?
You see, he gotta add his little birthday in there. Talk about 3 months away.
Gonna skip over my birthday. My birthday is the next coming up. He talking about 3 months.
And
my
then talk about
birthday is in 3 weeks. Remember that, y'all.
Literally
3 weeks.
Literally.
Gonna skip over my birthday.
And then your birthday is not even close. It's not even the same day. It's literally the 12th of June.
Yeah, and that's why I said 3 months and like some amount of days, but
you didn't even know the days.
It's less than 365 days, which means, you know what? It's birthday year. Hey, it's 2025. I'm 25. It's my birthday year. Feel me?
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, you so young.
I give it to you.
So y'all found a great hair today.
She did.
I'm traumatized. I'm about to pull it up on camera. I ain't gonna do that.
The waitress, let me tell y'all. So the waitress told me, she was like, Eric, oh my gosh, you not gonna believe this. I can't believe this. I'm like, girls, you pregnant?
No.
I was like,
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
I was like, you're not supposed to be able to be pregnant ever again anymore. Like, you're gonna be done.
Shops closed.
And she
shops is only for fun times, not exit time.
She was like, no, boy, I got a gray hair. And she sent me a picture of the gray.
No, it's not. It's long and white. Like, it's standing there. It's like this big. And I said, no,
it's grandma level.
But you know what? That just made my wisdom is officially at full capacity. You know, I've been at wisdom. But now, amen, the church says that the wisdom has fully commenced.
Okay, so what does it say about me? Because I've had like 3 white hairs in my beard before.
We are not talking about you right now, Brother Eric. Right now, we are talking about my wisdom.
Oh, man.
Does baldness count? I ain't got no white hairs, but I'm bald.
No.
Well, you find one that means I've lost eventually. Your bird, I'm country. Your beard.
A bird.
I'm country.
But y'all know why we here.
Wow.
Today, we will be discussing the Traitors as per usual, episode 9, giving our little recap. And oh, what an episode it was. It was a fantastic. Am I speaking right? Can I talk right today? It was a fantastic episode. For the Big Brother fans, stand up. We ate so good this episode. But before we get into it, we gotta
love. It was a hate-love episode for me.
True.
I did like Carolyn. But if somebody had to go.
I mean, hey, if this is the episode before the finale, it's like, I love when unpredictable stuff happens. And man, if you talked to me last week and was like, this is what's about to happen. Yeah, y'all could have listened last week. I did not say this.
He is
it's my choice. It is.
Yeah.
50-50.
He got no alopecia or nothing. No,
you can see. I got the Vegeta. That's what I like to say. I got the Vegeta hairline.
Not Vegeta.
Scream.
I can't go Super Saiyan.
So episode, they left us off with Carolyn and Danielle arguing about if they was going to recruit or if they were going to murder. And Danielle was like, we gotta recruit Brittany. We need to recruit Brittany. We need to get somebody up in here, child. We can't be sitting up here worried about these people. We need extra muscle up here. And Carolyn was like, no, you think I'm a dummy. Like, I'm not letting you bring your bestie up here so y'all can kick me out. Because that's what
I
you're
wouldn't
gonna
have
do.
either. I would have nope, and I would have sat down and sat in there and stand across my legs and be like, what you gonna do?
We ain't doing
it.
And so she was like, okay, since you don't want to do that, let's talk about murder. Let's murder Dylan. And she was like, no, we're not murdering Dylan. Dylan likes us. He trusts us. Really, when she's saying us, she really means just her. So she's like, no, we're not killing Dylan. And then Danielle was like,
Dylan.
She's like, okay, well, let's do Sam. No, we can't do Sam. No, he's nobody. She was like, because they're starting to listen to him. He could become a leader. No, he just was right one time. It's not low. Nobody still listening to him. There's still suspicion on him. Girl, who is suspecting Sam? Who?
Absolutely nobody.
At Al, because ain't nobody else. Ain't nobody else. Who? It's the Al is only one that's suspecting.
Maybe Dolores. One thing Dolores gonna do is vote for somebody. Ain't nobody gonna vote for.
Her and Tom. Ridiculous. And then who else was the third person Danny asked to throw up there to kill?
Was it Gabby? Was it
Dolores?
No, it was Dolores. You're right. It was Dolores.
Yeah, I knew it was one. And they were like, no, we can't do. She's a faithful. Nobody's gonna. Da, da, da. And Danielle was like, well, girl, what you want? Because I didn't name the whole house. What we gonna do?
Oh, this was so funny. I don't know. It's just the epitome of what we've seen all season. And at least Carolyn speaking up. But y'all gotta talk about something. Carolyn was there to shut things down. And I truly feel like she used all of her brain in Who to Kill Her crew, because in the challenge she ain't used none of that brain.
It didn't even make it to the challenge. She lost her brain that night because they ended up. We find out when they get to breakfast that they decide to kill Sam. Goodbye, Sam. Which we saw because of the preview, so we kind of knew it was a little bit of a spoiler anyway. We knew Sam was gone, but Sam is gone. But we find out, like Eli was saying, the challenge was a chess piece game, right? And it was up to the traitors to decide who they wanted to name as each chess piece that was going to be on the board. So the snake, the leader, the wolf, the mouse, the whatever, all that stuff. I can't, because before they showed us the flashback, we saw that there is a lot of suspicion on Danielle. And it's seeming like they get ready to take her up out of here at that table. Come hell or high water, rain, or snow, Danielle was about to go when they got to that round table. And you have Carolyn talking to Dylan. And he was like, no, he was talking to Gabby. Was it Gabby or Dolores? He was talking to one of them first. And he was just like, I should be gone. There's no way I should still be in this game. Correct. Because as good as he's been, as faithful as he is known to be, someone like him, the traitor, should have been and killed. And so he's like, the only reason why I'm still here is probably because I'm close to one of these traitors. And Danielle, she's my number one. And it would make sense for her to keep me here. And so my eyes are on Danielle like a hawk on a mouse. I am looking for any excuse possible to indicate that she is a traitor, and I'm taking her out this game. Like it's tired
of her next week. I do think so.
I mean,
I'm wrong, but
you got to. I'm with you, EM. I thought this was a great challenge. They need more. They did it a little later. I would have liked this earlier in the game. I think
game
more fun earlier in the game as opposed to the end game, since there's not many people. But I see how it works either way. Like it adds more paranoia in the end game like this, so it can be done either way. But so they were talking about that, and I was like, yeah, he's picking up on what's going on. And now Gabby also kind of got her wheels are spinning too, because she was like, I know like you've been voting for me, and I kind of been looking at you sideways, but what if we work together instead of going against each other?
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. How many times do we say this in these games? Like, if the people on opposite ends would just compare notes sometimes, they can come together and see that they both being played. Like,
all the time.
It happens all the time. That's all you need to do is have a conversation, and y'all realize that y'all was getting played. So I was excited to see what they come up with, but Danielle was like, I feel like Carolyn is going to say my name. So I need to be preparing. I need to be planting these seeds. So she immediately goes to Dolores, and she like, girl, listen, these traitors, we got to see what these common traits are. If we're going to find these traitors, and what do they have in common? They attack you at the round table. Rob attacked Bob. So that's how we know that, they won. And Rob was out here attacking folks. So Bob was attacking folks, and Rob was attacking Bob and attacking other people. So who else has been attacking? I ain't gonna say no names.
The Tom Sandoval. Okay, Tom Sandoval. Nah.
Tom is just there, y'all.
He be talking, but no, they were talking about Carolyn. It's like, or I guess she didn't say the name in that conversation. She just said keep the eye out. But we all know who she's implying with the one interaction or the one round table where Carolyn just went at Danielle and ended up crying, and no one was listening to her.
Yep.
And then Carolyn was also, she's like, I gotta go for Danielle, but I don't know if we have the votes. So I need to try to make sure we get the votes so I can get on Danielle. And so they went to Ivor, and he
that man's still in the game.
And he's here to stay. I hate to tell you.
Man, I think I've been grayed him out.
He ain't even on nobody's draft.
Oh, that's why. I keep forgetting about him. Child, I forgot he was in the game. He's funny though. He had a couple of side jokes.
He do.
Episode, I don't know if I caught that.
He be saying some stuff real slick.
I be forgetting he in the game.
He got some slick.
Sorry, Ivor. I forgot about you.
And so they were trying to get Ivor with them, Gabby with them. So she seemed like she was pulling the votes together. Right. He just on vacation. While I was listening to Angie, Kiss My Cheeks TV, she was saying they need to lead them royals over there to UK. Why are you bringing them over here taking up spots for people over here?
The traitors just have to kill him or something like that, or make one of them a traitor. If they're just one faithful that makes it to the end doing nothing, we hate that. Let them get killed or do some killing.
Honestly, next season they really should make one of these royals a traitor, because they're least likely, because you automatically think somebody from the bigger show is gonna be the traitor from Survivor, Big Brother, one of the housewives. Like, you just automatically know typically is gonna be somebody that has a larger audience. Yeah. So I heard that would have really went under the radar.
Man, we had 3, about to be 4 of the 5 traitors that have been from Survivor Big Brother. 4 out of the 5 about to be from those shows. So they got to switch it up or not.
Yep.
We talked about this they won't, because they know they know why we here.
They know our legends. Keep us seated.
Right. We here to see our Byyyeee Survivor and Challenge legends play these games. That's
where you got to sprinkle in the Bravo people to not do stuff wrong. But hey, y'all the entertaining people, and y'all gonna get stuff wrong, and we need that for you because they all. I mean, everyone, of course, is so self-centered. I'm not even gonna say selfish. I don't blame them. They're on TV. They're like, oh man, I know my fellow Bravo TV star. She be killing it. Yep. She got to be a traitor. Am I right? No, ma'am.
Or it's in the opposite direction. There is no way that they are a traitor. I know them. We sit and have tea and lunch, eat crumpets all day long.
Girl, you know them people. They be talking about you in confessionals.
Right.
Oh, she put something on her grandkids. Oh, she can't be a traitor.
Like,
welcome to Big Brother.
Welcome to Big Brother. Welcome to Survivor. Welcome to any other cutthroat game show that you can think of. But anyways, so after all these conversations, the plot to take out Danielle setting up a plot to get out Carolyn. Then we get to the chess piece, and then we start that flashback when they started choosing the names of each one, right? So they started with the snake. They decided to go with Brittany's name. And then they did
who's the biggest threat to the Traitors,
which everybody assumed that it'll be Dylan, but they also put Brittany again to try to shake things up.
You got the leader of the pack, and there was two about being vocal.
Yes. So the wolf was the leader, who they thought was the leader of the pack, which Tom just swore and up and down that it was him.
And everybody was like, nah, I automatically said Dylan too. And I was like, ooh, that's too obvious. And I literally, as they were talking, I was like, ooh, they're gonna think because you know, Danielle is pretty close. So I was like, ooh, you might not want to do Danielle. They said Tom. And Carolyn was over there. Yeah, Tom, let's roll it back to what Tom said. I was like, right when she said that, I said, you're going home. And my jury.
That's some random conversation. Ain't no one listened to Tom at all. And all of a sudden, Carolyn's like, I was listening to the one thing Tom said about him being a leader.
And nobody agreed. Everybody's like, girls, huh?
And then after the time, it was wrong. Well, it was right, but then they had got it wrong because they assumed it was going to be Dylan. And then they was like, well, Carolyn brought it up. And she's like, no, I didn't. And she's like, girl.
That was 30 seconds ago.
That was the worst. That might be her worst performance.
She ate that one. That was terrible.
Like that was the worst interaction. I say that's even worse than her picking herself, in my opinion. Her trying to double back when Dolores is literally like, no, you said it. Like everyone heard you say, oh, well, it could be Tom. It realistically could be Tom. And you're backpedaling. Why? Just that, oh, I had a hunch.
In front of everybody. And then she was like, you trying to say I'm a traitor? Say, I never said you were a traitor. I never said I was. Why are you coming at so hard?
I think that was when I was like, yes, you did. It's basically what you said. Oh, you messy. He said, well, basically.
Yes.
You know what? Okay, come on.
It's funny because she would even have a good defense if she just waited a little bit, got back to the castle and said, man, would a traitor say the wrong or the right name on purpose? No, the traitor would be like, oh, I'm just doing whatever the group said. And no, she stood by herself and then freaked out about it.
She just looked guilty. Yeah, she looked guilty.
All that, now you can't speak. And then I love like when Danielle was like, Carolyn don't realize this, but I let her pick those little answers to set her up. Because she wanted to be in control, but I'm going to let her know right now. I'm going to let you know. I'm not the one to be played with. So you're going to get down here. I'm going to let you choose yourself for this answer. I'm going to let you talk your way into my little trap. And she set her up good. I was cracking up when they did that flashback. And then she was like, the mouse, she's like, well, people, no one listens to me. They were like, girl, go ahead. Put that mouse down. Put your name down for the mouse. Absolutely. We can put you down as the mouse. And I was like, Carolyn, it didn't click, baby. Wow.
I'm telling you, she fought so hard to not have Brittany in that turret that she just lost everything when it came to picking stuff. Man.
I mean, and Danielle just said, I was like, and all I could do was laugh. I said, this is the Danielle that we know and love. She sat back. Even she didn't have to do much work. She just because she knew that Carolyn was going to be so contrarian to her that she just started allowing her to feel like she was in control, allowing her to feel like she was running some things when the whole time she's like Pinocchio dancing on Danielle's strings.
It definitely worked out in Danielle's favor to just shut up this round.
Danielle mentioned something in that first round. She was just saying, oh, you know, a little bit of well, you know, they at the round table and everything.
Yep. And then she was just like,
and Miss Mousy Mouse, who don't nobody ever take serious. Now all of a sudden
she was doubling down hard on her too. I thought for you to be Miss Mousy, you like me. I was like, yeah, girl.
I was like,
you're going home again. I was like, girl.
You hear yourself? I was like, do you hear yourself? Like, you advocating for nobody respects your voice, nobody hears you, and all these things like that. But you real loud right now. And that's what Dylan was like. I'm starting to think Carolyn might be a traitor because he was looking for her anything to be out of the ordinary between the people he trusts the most. And he was like, this is so different than what she normally is. And I'm not trying to, you know, put anything on her because I know who she is. I've known a little bit of her story. We kind of been there, done that type of situation. And so he wasn't trying to assume, but he was just like, the facts are just starting to align. And so I'm starting to think for the first time that Carolyn might be a traitor. I was like, uh-oh, here we go. And this might be the one.
It might be the one. And it's so crazy how, 8 episodes before, at least myself, I want to attribute anyone else saying it, but I'm like, man, she's playing a perfect game. No one has even thought about her. And in a course of one night in the turret and a challenge, she dug that grave so deep.
And threw herself in the hole.
Yeah, and she threw herself in the hole. And so many people are talking about Danielle this, Danielle that. Danielle just sprinkled some seeds and let Carolyn kind of just.
She gave her the shovel.
Yeah,
she gave her the shovel.
She gave her the shovel with some of the answers. And Carolyn said, hey, I'm digging. I'm in a hole. Shout out Shia LaBeouf. And
hop right on into it. Digging. Oh. Yeah, she was digging.
And I couldn't do nothing but laugh and sit back because it was just like, dang, girl, you don't even see the setup. And then it was too late. She didn't realize. She was like, I didn't start thinking about it after the fact that Danielle set me up. Yeah, she did. And you fell for it. She let the breadcrumbs, she put the trap there, she put the cheese in there, and she set the little crumbs right there for the people to pick up. And you picked it all up too. And you went right on into the trap. And
Indeed.
Snap shut on you. Also, not really worth mentioning, but it was nice to see Parvati and Kate back. That was cute, I guess. They didn't really add nothing.
I was about to say they were there.
You saw that shade that Alan threw?
Did.
Now you let my headband.
Now I gotta ask
my Alan Burner account because I know he got one.
Who was more impactful, Kate and Parvati or Dr. Will last season? Man, they just sitting there for trailers. Look, they're back. Dr. Will's back, man. Shout out to them.
But talk smack.
Which I'm cool with smack talk. You know what? Got the pilot Pete comparing them to Dylan, which people have been saying online, which was cool to pick up. But
be a better version of Peter.
Because he had a sense to sit down and be quiet and just look and observe.
You know what? Speaking of Dylan, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. I absolutely love Dylan. I do.
I do too. I like Dylan a lot.
Now, don't come for Danielle, but it seems very likely. Dylan damn near done clocked every traitor.
He really did.
And that's honestly the only reason why I was like, dang, if y'all really probably might need to murder Dylan because he does have a good voice in the house. And you saw him, he's like, at this point, if there's 2 traitors, it's Danielle and it's Carolyn. It just depends on which one I'm voting for. And luckily, Danielle, I'm fast forwarding ahead a little bit, but luckily Danielle had enough. He said the evidence that Danielle put out there made sense. So now he's just gonna be like, well, I have nothing to lose. Might as well see if it's Danielle or not. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on see how loyal he is. But this is just a fast forward to say, I would not mind to see Dylan play another game. Before I forget to say that. But
Survivor 50 put Dylan Efron on that island.
You know what? Dylan could do very well in Survivor, honestly. I don't know. Who knows? Zach who?
Right. But while we're on Dylan, I have a love-hate relationship in terms of, well, not love-hate, that's not the right word. It's a catch-22. It's bittersweet because I think Dylan played an excellent Faithful game and definitely deserves to win in terms of Faithful.
But you need to lose.
But I want him to win.
Oh, he is? Oh, bet.
I don't want him to win because I need Brittany, because she's on my draft, to win for Big Brother. I need Big Brother to win. That's the problem. If Big Brother hadn't gotten a win if we had already had one, I'd be like, okay, I need Dylan to figure out a way to take out the rest of these traitors. But BB is the only one out of the big three franchises that has not won yet as faithful or traitor. So we are counting on Brittany and Danielle. I know I'm skipping ahead, but we're counting on them to pull out this win. I don't think we'll get this close again.
Listen, to be very real, I think at the end they're either voting for Danielle or Brittany. So at this point, I feel like Big Brother's gonna win regardless, because I feel like it's gonna be like, well, we had all this stuff against Danielle. Oh yeah, but you remember we did have some things about Brittany, because the next person that had the most like talks, like they're the only two. So I'll be very surprised, but you never know. You know, they might throw some little stones in this next the last episode. But at this point, I feel like it's gonna be one of them.
We'll see.
I don't know. But I do think it's a Traitors game to win. And by win, I mean me, because I got Danielle and Danielle.
Okay. I think Danielle's days are numbered, but hey.
And everyone else's. Thank you. It's the finale. Matter of fact, numbered by 1.
So they get back after the game. Carolyn realizes her blunder all a little bit too late, but it seems like she's not giving up. She's thrown Danielle's name out there for sure this time. Like, she actually says her name, which it comes back to Danielle from Ivor. I believe Ivor messy behind. I've been telling y'all that man is messy. I keep telling he's the
messy
one.
Boots.
He throws the rock and hides his hand.
And then he be chilling. He be like, I just mind my business.
Like, I'll never forget when he casually took Wes's thing, when Wes was talking about how does a traitor know who the traitor is for sure unless they won, and he just casually took that conversation back to Rob, or the conversation, and basically told him what he said. He was like, oh, I don't know who said it. Oh, Wes, I think Wes might have said. You knew who said it.
Oh.
You knew. And then when Derek was trying to plan to get out Rob, he just casually went on over there to Rob and him. It was like, you know, they said that your name is the one that's out here. It was like, how do you know that? Oh, Derek said it. Because you're messy, Ivor. You're messy.
Or he's a politician. This is a perfect politician game right here. Like, they talked about it and we joked like, oh, politicians ain't done nothing. And I don't know if royalty counts as politicians, but man, he's politicking both sides.
That is his job.
Knows what to say.
He a royal.
Oh, I thought we were calling him royal just because he's British. Oh,
no, he's actually royal.
Oh, you know how to be like the royals.
No.
Oh, so he's a royal.
That's why I said Angie was like, why they don't go to their own version? Y'all in the UK for a reason. Why don't you get on the UK?
Does that mean we need to bring out like a random senator or something like that? Oh, Lordy.
Who knows? But so they were doing it. And so when Danielle found out that her name was out for sure by Carolyn, she was like, bad. Okay, so you know Columbo, right? You know, the detective, they used to act dumb, act like he don't know what he's doing, but he always knew. And we come to find out that, you know, he was more aware than we thought. And Ivor was kind of like, yeah, okay, I'm following you. She's like, who is that? Who could it be? That could be acting all aloof and unaware and not sure what's going on, but they could really be a traitor. Mm-hmm. And he was like, Carolyn, I guess, but do you? That's what because Tom was there too. He was like, I don't think Carolyn could be a traitor. Oh no. You don't know? Nope. You don't think so?
Yep.
And so it was time to see what was going to happen at that round table.
Man, with the previews last week, I thought that they were exaggerating the fact that it was going to be those two going at each other. But man, there was no other name except maybe a touch of Dolores. But there was no other name. And it was really those two going at it.
And I was surprised, like, because Danielle was not going, I believe she wasn't going to go for Carolyn unless Carolyn brought her name up. Which, again, that's fair. Like, I'll just be prepared to take you out. If you come for me, just know I'll be ready. But if we don't have to do this and we could steer clear another round without us getting banished, so be it. Mm-hmm. But Carolyn decides to open up. She had the opening statement. And she was like, pretty much, I just believe, Danielle, you the traitor because you lied. And I just feel like if you're faithful, you don't have to lie. She just kept talking about you don't have to lie if you're faithful. You don't have to lie if you're faithful. Girl, what is this lie you talking about? That's what everybody. Can you give us some insight about this lie?
Like being all shady. She sounded shady. Like, I'm voting for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm voting for you. If I said that time, I'd be like, why are you be? Yeah, the lie. Girl, what was the tea?
What relation? Or I guess early on she was saying, "Oh, at the start Danielle was my number one," but it's like, man, what could she have said? And the fact that it was something from the turret brought down to the house that you're lying about, or you wanted to take out Brittany, like that makes it so tough. So you can't point out Danielle's lying because we actually said in the turret. Like,
here's the deal:
the lanes are shut down.
She didn't even have to go that route. Girl, you could have been Jeremy. Who did Jeremy's name did he say? He said Danielle's name. And what happened to him after he said it? Dead. You know what I'm saying? How many shields did Danielle pass up on? Like, why would a faithful pass up on shields 3 times?
And listen, don't forget that game where, she had that shield twice. Are we skipping? Oh, okay.
Only a traitor would feel comfortable to not only skip a shield once or twice. Apparently, it was 3 times we found out behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. And shoot, y'all call me emotional. Y'all call me emotional. This girl Danielle has been crying at breakfast when Wells died. We do Wells for one day.
Right. She's shaking like a salt shaker every day. All this.
She acting like she an extra on the set of Grey's Anatomy. What you doing all that extra for? Ain't nobody on dialysis.
Oh,
like, If I would have buried Danielle, I'd have been like, let me tell you what this girl been doing.
And then the reason why that's why she keep wearing them hats all the time, because she trying to cover up them braids ain't fresh no more.
All them secrets.
Because that hood keep coming off and on.
Now she can't say that.
He said what?
That would have been a black comment. Now
I'm saying for me. That's me personally.
You know what I want to know? All those rose satin lines. Probably not. Because look at that. Baby, I would have just been burying Danielle. I would have been like, listen, I would have said, even if y'all try to get me today, y'all know who to shoot for next.
Yeah.
It was something if I'm leaving.
Literally.
That would have hated me.
Read 101. She needed to read something because she got read. Because Carolyn was Danielle was like, all right, it's my turn to talk now. Because you've been sitting over here, Forrest Gumping your way through this game, acting like you have no clue, but you really Blue's Clues because you know what's going on because you're a traitor. And your personality, yes, I get it. That's your personality. You quirky, you this and you that, and you are emotional, but that's just your cover up. You've used that to enhance your game. You've used that to play these people at this table. And I'm tired of it. And you keep bringing up all this extra stuff. You lied. You the liar. Because you did say Brittany's name. I know.
You're a liar. You're a cheater. You're a deceiver. A heartbreaker.
And she just went in. And then she's talking about how you attacking everybody. You attacked at the table. And then Tom, she hasn't attacked anybody.
Tom. Yeah, Tom. Yeah, that's my dog right there.
Have a seat. The grown folks are talking right now. Okay. And she was basically, you embody all these traits. Like every traitor has attacked someone and you attacked me. And that's it. Like, it's you, Carolyn. And all y'all will see that it's her. I've been sitting back. I've been quiet. I'm emotional.
She really ate her up at that table. She really did.
And
she really did, man.
She just did such a good job setting that woman up.
She did.
And this was really Danielle's first time. The only I'm trying to think about her at the round tables. The only other time was when Carolyn went at her, and she did good enough to make Carolyn cry, and everyone else not care what she said. And for her to have a roundtable performance like that, I feel like was really cool to see.
Those fake tears, Danielle. No,
it's too late, fam. It's too late. You know what I would have been? I would have been. You was over there busy in the corner trying to figure out. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Now you done already did it. Now it's time to fix what you did. Carolyn was too fixated on like, dang, I probably shouldn't have said that answer. I probably shouldn't did this. All right, the mistake has been made. Now this will determine you as a good player. Now you have to try to make up for that. I would have been going there and say, watch Danielle cry tonight. Watch some tears muster up. Have y'all noted? Like, I would have just been saying anything. I would have made up some stuff.
Because everybody was on the edge. They were already on the edge. And I don't think it was going to take much for it to go either way.
And listen, Danielle has been on the tip of the tongue damn near every week. All it took was a pat on the back. But the thing is, ain't too many smart cookies left in the game. So it's kind of like you can only do so much. But when Danielle, she was very smart. She said, you know what I did? I just laid the facts. And the things that she said were facts. They were pretty factual, you know, and they were just like, right.
Yeah.
So Danielle won this round.
She did because I cracked up too. Me and you gonna have a one-on-one right now, right here, right now. We're gonna get this all out.
She said, on the table. Talking. I like how she told Danielle. I mean, she told Carolyn. She said, "All right, I'm gonna let you talk because I got a lot to say, so I'm gonna let you talk." And then go to interrupt her. And then when Carolyn interrupted, I'm not done talking. I was like, yeah.
I can't remember. Did she bring up the fact that she was like, she mentioned too, she's like, you always, the person whose voice is not ever heard, nobody's listening to you. That's the perfect perfect cover for a traitor. And you hide behind that because nobody's going to believe you. So why would they believe that you're a traitor? That makes you the perfect candidate to be one. And Carolyn just didn't have nothing to say. All she could do was just keep bringing up that lie. And that lie sent her home because, girl, ain't nobody worried about that. Give us some more evidence.
Yeah, we need some.
And if we remember what, scroll back when she said they have to go for Danielle. And Danielle was like, all right, if you come for me, just know I will be fighting back because I got a lot on you. What do you have? So you'll find out. You'll find out. You come for me. You'll find out. Like EM said, you come.
Listen, you may have did it. You may not have.
You best not miss.
But I'm coming.
She said, I will fight. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail. And I think too, Danielle, because she set that up too. She's like, if she comes for me at the table, I'm gonna have to fight back. She was already giving. I'm gonna have to defend myself because I cannot take this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, the group didn't know the total number of traitors. If Carolyn was the last one, would Alan have told the group that they won the game? Have Faithful ever banished all the traitors of other franchises early? I have not seen it, but he would not tell them. It's up to them.
They would have just recruited someone.
Production would have. Yeah. I mean, at that point, I'm curious to know if they've ever let one traitor go more than one night. Just being their own traitor. It's like once you get down to one, all right, it's recruiting time. Just to be safe.
I think there has to be at least one traitor at the final banishment. So in the event, because they could very well all go to the end and all be faithful, and it's up to them to know if everybody left is faithful or not.
It'd be cool as a player to do that, but as a viewer, that's like production's worst case scenario. Oh, the season ended at episode 6, but we gotta keep going.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like they will always make sure there's at least one traitor by the final episode, the final roundtable. Because, like you said, that would suck if they freaking got everybody out at episode 6 and it's just traitor faithfuls bumbling around trying to decide who's a traitor and all the traitors. And it wouldn't be fair either because it's like we got everybody out. So why are we still playing this game? So I think the goal is to always have at least one by the final banishment. And if there are only faithfuls, 4 faithfuls at the end, that's just between them 4. Do y'all trust and believe that everybody left is completely faithful?
Right.
It's up to them. So Carolyn was indeed banished. I will say, Tom and Dolores, a lot of people have talked about these faithfuls and how they all have half a brain cell amongst each other, because when it came down to this very crucial vote, although they were going to get a traitor regardless of the way it went. But when it came down to it, I was like, oh my gosh, who gonna have the votes? Because we seen prior, Dylan was acting like he was with Carolyn because she was acting all nervous and all that stuff. And then so Dylan, I was counting Dylan, Carolyn, Gabby. That's 3 solid votes in my mind. Then I know Danielle, Brittany, and Dolores. That's 3 solid votes. And so we have Tom,
Ivor and Tom.
And Ivor can go any way in here. Although he was leaning towards Danielle because he did not believe that, Carolyn could be the traitor. So I was really like, oh, this is about the 4 votes to 3. Where is Ivor going to fall? Is it going to tie the votes? Is he going to just lean because him and Tom are close, him and Dylan are close, so he's just going to follow them in? Didn't really know. But when we got to it, Ivor was convinced by Danielle's argument, so he voted for Carolyn along with Brittany and Danielle. And then you have Gabby and Carolyn voting for Danielle. And so Dylan's vote, he was like, this is going to, whose side am I choosing? I'm close with both of them. Either one can be traded, like Tracy mentioned. My vote is going to determine whose side I chose, who I decided to believe more.
And shoot, earlier in the day, was it Carolyn that went up like your voting, like where they talked about, oh, I'm gonna have to vote between my 2 closest people, Carolyn and Danielle, and it's like, oh man, heart-wrenching spot to be in.
Carolyn got $1 million. She okay?
What million? What million? Did she seal it?
She got 100,000.
No, she got 3rd place.
She got 100,000 from Sia though, so she really got 180,000. Yam.
Yeah, that's right.
So she got 180,000.
You know what? That's what I'm thinking, because I remember she had got some extra money. It was the Sia money. Girl, you still got some coins.
And so Tom and Dolores vote. I left them for last, y'all, because
as you should.
Y'all are y'all playing this game? Because the votes are getting slim. And y'all decide to vote for each other.
Hey, can I defend my guy Tom Sandoval?
Try.
That's ridiculous. I'm keeping both of them in the game.
How else do you want to live? How exactly? You're keeping both of them in the game, and all they got to do is get one right. Except they ain't getting it right in the end. But hey, staying alive, you just have one enemy. My enemy is Dolores, and I keep staying alive because I'm saying I'm go after Dolores. So you know what? It's probably keeping them alive and being the worst faithful ever.
You're not wrong. That's probably true. If I keep
go ahead.
I was just saying, if I keep focusing on the obviously wrong person, the traitors are gonna be like, "Oh, this dummy here. Why worry about him? Because he gonna just keep."
Listen, it's like, were y'all at the table?
Yeah, y'all weren't even mentioned. No one even thought. You're literally throwing hinky votes, like for no reason.
Y'all throwing a hinky vote, and we are in the 4th quarter, and there's 30 seconds left on the clock. What are you doing? And y'all went over to the other gym. Man, the game is over here. What are y'all doing?
And the craziest
y'all staying there. No banishment.
I thought Dylan might have thrown. Well, he said he was tired of getting it wrong, so I guess I knew he was going to be decisive this time because he was like, I can't be throwing my votes away no more. But what if he decided he couldn't choose between them 2 and just decided to randomly throw a vote on someone else? And then we have just chaos and confusion, maybe a tie vote, somebody wrong end up. What if somebody else threw a freaking rogue vote too, and that gets somebody else taken out the game accidentally? Like Ivor, what if he had thrown a rogue vote on Dolores or something like that? And it would have just been a mess. Could you imagine if it was a tie vote, like choose between Carolyn and Dolores? Like what?
Imagine if Carolyn and Danielle knew this was coming and put 2 votes on Tom and then Dolores and send them home. That'd be funny. We've been going at each other this whole round table, but you know what, Dolores.
Or Tom, like
Dolores
you said, Tom,
they literally
could have done that. They literally, and Tom would have went home.
Dolores to me, she go in and out of sense. Sometimes she got some sense and sometimes she don't. So I don't know if it's an act or not. I'm gonna be looking very forward to
I think she's really, I mean, there's been 2 moments in challenges, I guess thinking challenge specifically when you're in game mode, where she's been locked in. One being when Danielle kept giving up her shield.
Yes.
And then 2 in this latest challenge where she checked Carolyn. And so she knows.
She's lucid.
She knows stuff.
She has moments of lucidity. And it's like, okay.
She ended up getting talked out of it. That'd be the problem.
It's probably those relationships. It seems like she has good relationships. And I know she's tight with Danielle. And it's so tough to sit next to someone, talk to her every day and say, nah, I'm taking away money from your grandkids or whatever. And
she could probably
you ain't getting no money.
She could, but I agree with Kim and y'all what you're saying, because she has those moments, like, and she just be saying it out loud too, like, girl, is this your ally? Why is you clocking your ally like that? Why would you tell Danielle, aren't you afraid of murder yourself? Like, why would you say that? We friends, girl. Why would you put me out of like that? And then, like you mentioned, her calling out Carolyn. I just like, dang, Dolores, she could be doing strategy for sure. I think it's funny when she was writing that dang name in lipstick, talking about traitor suspect, but nobody up under there with their lipstick.
Man, that was funny.
Nobody but Tom.
Just making a mess for no reason. Sierra, sit down.
And Sierra went home last week. I don't know what you mean.
Listen.
But yeah, Carolyn was voted out, and she just couldn't do nothing but boohoo and cry. Everybody was in tears because they were just like, "Oh my god!" Like, if Carolyn
so dramatic, fam,
is a traitor, what in the world? And if she's
I told you, I told you, and she would have me, and I told her I would defend myself, and
I was all like, Danielle,
get up.
You won this round. You don't have to do all the extra.
But she do have to do that stuff because it's consistent with how she's been.
I know, but I don't think she have to do all that. Like, read the room, Danielle, whatever. Just mirror it.
She can be happy. She can be happy. Just a pure, I guess, hey, tears of joy, that's a thing. But man,
bro, if Rob West and Derek them was still in this game, that would have been like, nah, Danielle. Like, you playing. But you know, when you ain't got that many gamers left, they kind of like, oh,
you ain't got none except for Brittany.
You know what? A good bit of them are used to the dramatics coming from, you know, the shows they're on, so they probably like, oh yeah, she's really feeling it.
They probably in a group. The professionals we not seeing. Oh my gosh, she's such good
really
TV. I know the people are loving her reaction. That's literally how people come from entertainment shows. They were like, oh my gosh, she's TV gold. Like, what can I do for more spotlight?
They're about to put on one of these housewife shows here in a minute.
Might as well. So Carolyn gets up there and she talks about how coming in this game was hard, being preconceived, you know, have everybody having these preconceived notions of her trials and tribulations that she's have to done. So she wanted to come here and have fun. But then she says being a traitor was not fun. And she left. And everybody was just like, how?
They fell all out the chair. It was so extra.
And they were like, oh my gosh, she would have swept us all at the end. We never would have, never guessed. And Dylan was like, I didn't suspect her till today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just shows you how well.
Carolyn really did. She did do well throughout the season. She just had that slip up. All it
I was about to say, yeah, I was just about to say that in any show.
With that TikTok sound, it's all it takes.
Yep. That holds true for, I'm gonna say, almost every reality show. We've seen so many people spiral in a day, and it's like, wow, this player just either wasn't locked in for a day and like had a day where they were just sleeping in the Big Brother house, and a bunch happened. And then it all falls apart because they weren't on for one day. And
now you talking
that
to Julie
one day got Carolyn.
I can think of two, and like I'm thinking of Big Brother with Sari and Jared and Felicia. When they got her, Sari and Felicia got tied to that kayak. They missed all the stuff that turned the house on Izzy. That one instance shifted the entire game.
Damn, like, it sure did. Oh, don't bring that up.
Or last season with Cedric freaking volunteering his behind to go on the block, got taken out.
Yep.
It
was on top. It was on top.
Yeah.
And now you at the bottom.
Exactly. Oh, EM said, I'm hoping that the group starts suspecting some random player since Carolyn was a traitor. That could work in Danielle's favor.
You know what? I saw Ivor grab a hood out of his closet.
No, really though. And that's the thing that you can be like, I mean, we didn't think Carolyn couldn't be a traitor. Who else we couldn't think can be a traitor?
Oh, Dolores. Oh, Tom's been right this whole time.
Right.
Now, they won't out Tom before Dolores just because, man, I don't know.
I would be going to Dolores if I was Danielle. Like, girl, I think you're right. With Tom, you see how he was defending Carolyn? You see how he was trying to protect her at the table at the last minute?
You saw it. You saw it.
Dude, unfortunately for Danielle, they get back from the round table. And Gabby out here sitting on the couch talking to Brittany and someone else. And thinking, this is a familiar story. I've seen this story before.
Right.
Was it not just some traitor on traitor action? And you see Brittany go, hold up. You kind of right.
This is Bob and Rob all over again, ain't it, girl?
Yep.
And Brittany was like, you know what? Danielle's been my girl. We've been riding together, but she could be a traitor. She very well could be a traitor, but she knew this. And this is how I know that Brittany been on, is because all at the beginning of the episode, they kept showing Brittany's confessionals and she was in black. But we knew that Brittany was wearing that pink and white in the current times. Also, we saw a lot of Danielle's.
Why was she wearing black? You talking about her beginning confessionals?
Yeah, in the beginning of the episode, they were showing a lot of her episodes and she had on black. So did Danielle in some of her confessionals too. So
they used old confessionals.
Yes, they were weaving. Even Danielle's confession when she was talking about Carolyn. Huh?
Is it caught up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm like, it takes a not a trained eye, but like since we watch these shows, we understand. It was like we see that y'all currently have on these outfits, but y'all in these confessionals with that outfit on. So this lets me know that this happened before whatever's going on today. So whatever you're saying in here, although it fits the narrative for today's episode, you already had this conversation. So
listen, why they playing going forward in these seasons, they should make them wear the same thing to
for continuity purposes.
Round table. Yes, because baby, we be finding out. Like, you know how like the traders have hoods? Maybe give them some little Harry Potter smocks too. But make them a different color. They all the same round table.
That would be smart.
You know, when we see these, you know, like trailers, we'd be like, oh, shoot, we don't know when this is, you know.
The only thing they would have to do is they have to keep their hair the same. They would have to keep all of that would have to be the same.
Tough thing is, one of the funnest parts, I feel like
no headbands.
I was about to say the accessories and all that. Like, that's the fun part. I feel like the one thing that makes this show so fun.
That could be the little Easter egg.
If people were looking like me, just rocking a hoodie, like Brittany was during the challenge, shout out Brittany's hoodie, but like it wouldn't feel as grand. It's the fact that everyone's dressed to the 9s, Alan's dressed to the 11s, and I think that
Alan gonna put it on every episode.
Yeah, and so that's probably how you get some Bravo people. It's like, hey, go ahead, show off your fanciest, richest Scottish fits, and you get to show them off for free.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, like, they would have to have a whole glam team, which I get it. I 100% understand. But like EM is saying, it's either sloppy editing for engagement on purpose, or are they just bad at their jobs? And I'm starting
a little bit of both.
A little bit.
It's been repeated.
You know what go ahead, Eli.
Oh no, I was just about to say it's been repeated issues in terms of. I think the worst one is Sam not showing him on the chessboard or even showing that chessboard. The fact that so many people were able to be like, Sam ain't on that chessboard, so he gone.
Well,
You know what they-
these cliffhangers for nothing.
yeah.
You know what they should do? So they could leave everything the same, but as they're having these arguments at the round table, obviously they want to get us to watch it. They should show Alan's reaction to watching it. Then we won't know. That could be also, that's an easy editing thing. You know, like when Carolyn and Danielle, we could overhear it, but Alan's like,
oh, that's a good one.
you know, we're gonna be like, oh, we gotta see that. We gotta tune in. And we know Alan be giving face. So I'll watch that anyways. So it's just the editing
So
is
the voiceover not showing us what's being said.
Yes. Like we overhear, you know, like basically we're still gonna see the same trailer, just not Danielle and Carolyn. We're not gonna see them actually arguing. The camera is just now on Alan and watching him take in what's going on and getting his reactions. And that would at least get me more excited and everyone else to watch, because it's like, okay, we know she's gonna wear this hat. We know, oh, Danielle ain't going home this week. She ain't got that little dirty hat on. She ain't going home this week. She ain't fell out the chair yet. You know what I'm saying? So
Cam brought up a good point. He was like, what could work, maybe it'd be difficult, is wait until the season is done and then do confessionals.
That works too.
It would be difficult. I get that too, but
shoot. Also, not to gripe on it. I know Twitter was talking about it, and now shoot. Someone needs what's that gif of Michelle Obama taking Barack's phone? Someone got to do that to Danielle, because why she tweet it like you got to put some context clues together. We need Twitter days like today, because Danielle's been going in on someone, which has been
going in.
She been going in. Shout out to that. But her saying, "Oh, my fans are gonna hate me," or whatever she said.
Sorry to my fans for what you're gonna see, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, we know she's not gonna outright spoil. So it's like she in my head, I saw that. I'm like, oh, she's not going home.
And then I knew she wasn't going home because Alan spoiled it, and he don't even realize he spoiled it. Because that's what me and Teresa was talking about when you and Josh got off. I was telling her, because Alan did an interview and they asked him about a crazy moment that happened. He was like, oh, there was this one moment when Danielle fell out of her chair and her hat was on the floor and she was shaking uncontrollably after someone got eliminated. And we were all like, well, we still got one more outfit with a hat on and she has not fallen out of her chair. So that only could mean that this episode, she's gonna fall out of her chair, and the only reason when she would fall out of her chair is if somebody big went home, and if she's falling out of a chair based on the reveal, that means she's safe. She ain't like, she ain't falling out for Ivor, right? So
unfortunately, no.
That either Brittany or Carolyn was going home this episode, and I knew Brittany wasn't going home for other reasons, so I knew it had to be Carolyn. So yeah. And so Alan accidentally spoiled without even knowing he spoiled, because I don't think he knows when stuff is going to be shown. Or, you know, he just talking just to be talking.
Clean it up a little bit. Clean it up.
Sari don't even understand what she did with that. Clean it up a little bit. That is a bar. Clean it up. Traitors, please.
So are we at a place? Do we have one episode left?
Yes.
Dang.
One episode plus the reunion, but technically one episode.
And I will say this season, although we're coming to the end, it was, besides episode 8, which was the driest out of all, this was a really entertaining season. The most entertaining out of all 3, I would say. It gave us mess. It was just great. I love it.
The most strategic for sure. But entertaining for sure. This might be one of the least strategic ones, but it was entertaining to me anyway.
Boston Rob, Derek West in a house, and it doesn't end up being one of the most strategic seasons. Who would have guessed that? That is crazy.
But ultimately, it's like I really want to pick their brains, because it's like y'all took out all the gamers. Was that into like, I know y'all were saying, because some people were saying your name, but was y'all like intentionally like, let's take out these gamers, because the less gamers, the less opposition we have.
Yeah.
But no, they couldn't have been thinking that, because they had plenty of opportunity to take out Derek, and they didn't take him out earlier than what they did. They took him out one round too late. When they took out Bob H, is when they took out Derek. Huh?
If you really think about it, the gamers took out the gamers, because the gamers were typically the ones that were the voice that people follow with their votes in the game.
Yeah.
And that's the tough thing about this game, where it's like there's even getting voted out in the round table. What could Tony have done looking back? I'm not saying he got voted out because he was a 2-time Survivor winner, but he was voted out because he was a 2-time Survivor winner. And I hope that this season kind of seeing that Carolyn's a traitor and Danielle, and I'm not saying Danielle has a resume, but she no one knows Danielle. And so I hope that it introduces more of, hey, it could be a random person. We saw the effects of season 2 on this season with everyone saying, oh, it's a Bravo early on. And guess what? It wasn't a Bravo.
It wasn't a Bravo. Like Phaedra ate down so bad, they just knew it was a housewife.
Yeah.
And so maybe, like I said, well, I feel like Survivor and Big Brother are really going to have targets next season for sure, which I'm going to hate because we know.
Have fun, Davon.
I think she'll be okay. I think she'll be an amazing Faithful because she gonna figure it out.
She gonna be on the next.
We don't know that, but we hope.
Oh.
How many Big Brother names we got left? Can we go to Canada?
We got Tiffany Mitchell that can be up there. People have thrown out June and Allison being on there potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say this?
Dude, even James Ryan. Shoot.
You know what I would love to see if they started doing, because I do have a feeling that Traitors are going to be around for a little minute. I think we're going to get a pretty good batch of seasons from this. I would love if like they would just do seasons where it's just all Big Brother players, all like Survivor players, or they do a mix of just the gamers.
Yep.
You know, the housewives, even the housewives are messy. I would like to see that. But
trying to see the Bravo people be strategizing without gamers actually there. That would
the
be
housewives and their husbands. Ooh, that would be messy.
But no, I agree. And then too, this is just because I'm a regular person still for now, and I'm not a reality TV star yet. I want to see some civilians. Let's do some civilians for a change.
Y'all should do podcasts.
Oh, yes.
We could get on there. Reality Kingdom. Isaiah Chappelle.
Yeah.
A couple in for you know what?
Silent podcast.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? I'm gonna be lying to all of y'all.
As a faithful, huh? Lying as a faithful. Heard you.
Listen, that would probably make me a faithful. I don't think they'd make me a traitor. No. I think I'd be a faithful.
Do you think you could be a traitor?
Yes.
I know she could.
I'm talking about you, Eli. I know she can.
Me?
Oh, Eli
Eli
gonna be Peter.
See, the thing is, I suck at like keeping a straight face when I lie. It's like I'll lie, and then like if it's like a dumb lie, I like start to smirk a little bit.
You start giggling.
I think you have the giggling effect though, because I feel like you have this quirk about you, and you're just so genuine and like just who you are as a person. Nobody would be like, he's just this bumbling 6-foot giant.
Eli would be Dylan. He would be Dylan.
Yeah.
Just very likable. Like, you know what?
Whole time, night by night, he
murking people.
Oh man! Just don't show me no chessboard, because I hope Carolyn never does a game of chess again.
Anything for the check, even though there wasn't a check on the line, but I do like to win. Maybe I will play you if I have.
Okay, Todd, listen, we got to look. The words they call those things would be not as though they were. Okay,
listen.
So I'm a regular person for now. Y'all see me on TV very soon.
I was about to say, I feel like we all know Eric's bound for it. I don't know.
It's happening.
The day is coming.
It's coming. But excellent episode. Super excited for the finale. But we got to talk about one more thing: recruitment. Danielle was given a parchment paper that she had to either recruit. Well, she had to recruit the person, and the person has to either accept or die. So she, of course, she was like, I got to get somebody in here that I can trust, I can play this game with, which we know she's been trying to get Brittany up here since they walked in the castle. And so she obviously sent the message to Brittany. Brittany said, what the is this? What? They try to take me? Is they getting rid of me?
She knew.
What is this? And she was like, oh, about to go to the dungeon. She's like, what in the world? What y'all got me doing down here? She was like, I guess I could be getting recruited. But if Danielle is a traitor, she's like, that'd be such an obvious recruitment and not really sure if that'd be good for her game or not. But oh well. So she's there to get recruited, which she will have to accept because it's recruit or die. And I'd be danged if I made it this far and I just decide not to get recruited.
They say we ain't giving y'all no more choices. You either take it or go home. And
so she will be recruited. Do y'all think this is a good move? And how do you think it'll pan out for either?
I don't think I kind of don't think it matters, as funny as that is. I feel like her recruiting Byyyeee, Danielle, I'm not saying Danielle's gone no matter what, because who knows what happens after people start thinking about recruitment. Mm-hmm. But I respect it in terms of like, hey, I don't want to help out Tom Sandoval and help him win money or
right.
I mean, Dylan's cool. I don't know Dylan. I know Byyyeee and I want to hook up my girl. So it's like from that perspective, I respect it.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. I think Danielle picking Byyyeee was 1,000% selfishly done. Mm-hmm. Because of course, her and Byyyeee, they have some type of a relationship. And then she knows it's going to be easier for her to sway her a certain way because a lot of their ideas line the same. It's only one episode left, so it's not going to be many days. But also, I do think Danielle knows that Byyyee's name has been coming up as well. Yeah. So I'm not picking what am I trying to say? Dylan to go up there because everybody know he a faithful. I'm not picking Gabby because ain't nobody saying Gabby like. You really have to look at the people that she has to choose from. Like it would be crazy for her not to pick Byyyeee because right now Danielle, of course, is the highest on the list of possible traitor call outs next. But who's next in line? Byyyeee. Mm-hmm. So smart, I think, choice for sure. But
it's her only chance of survivor. It's her only chance of survival. But it also somewhat sets Byyyeee up. But just the fact that there's a recruitment, I hope that they don't recruit and then kill.
Oh, they are kidding. There will be a murder.
No, sorry, that made me a little too upset. I wish that they did. I truly wish that they didn't. In terms of letting that paranoia go of wow, someone was just recruited.
But I think that's why they do it because they don't want them to know that they was recruited. Because I don't think they want them to know that it was down to one traitor, so now there's two traitors again, type deal.
Oh, I forgot. Thanks, EM. They did say a twist was coming.
Yes, the seer.
What the hell is that?
Oh man,
EM, don't be getting ahead of the roll. I wasn't gonna forget. It was on my mind. It was up there on the list.
I remembered it about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, this year.
I remembered it right now.
Well, it'll only mess her up depending on who get it. So the way the seer power works, but shout out to Ian for bringing it up.
Oh, they did say how it worked?
I'm just messing with
you. Oh,
Ian,
you good. You good. Keep checking Eric. Make sure his schedule's right. Yeah.
No, I did remember, but it's funny because a lot of times, sometimes we be forgetting stuff sometimes. Because we watched this episode 3 weeks ago and we get here and we're only human. But so the seer twist is a really powerful twist that they did in the UK, which the winner of this power will be able to ask any player in the game and they must answer truthfully.
Oh, any question, right?
Basically, are you a traitor or faithful?
Yeah, because what are you going to ask? Like, did you cheat on your taxes? Like,
right.
What are you going to ask?
How much did you
Tom, did you actually cheat on Ariana? Shoot, bro.
How much did they pay you to get here? Like,
can you imagine? Like, can you imagine? Like, let's say Ivor wins it. Who was in the coffin? Like, I wanted to know that for the longest. Like,
no, like, and so it's funny because we were saying, what if Tom get it? He gonna ask Dolores if she's a traitor.
She's gonna be like,
and that still helps. No. That still helps him to be like, all right, you know what? I can't go after Dolores anymore.
Wait,
Right,
do they
but I
ask at the round table?
We don't know when they get to where they ask them at. I doubt it's with the people. I think
That's
they get to
interesting.
ask them secretly, and then they can decide if they want to go and spread what they receive.
And so I think the funnest thing would be if Brittany or Danielle got it. Specifically Brittany, because Brittany, she could do something devious and set up Danielle and say, oh, I asked Danielle and she's a traitor, which means there's no way I'm a traitor, which I don't know. There's a lot of chances to lie if a traitor
One of the
gets
traitors get it, that could put a faithful at risk because they're so gullible.
Yeah, all you have to do is, I had a hunch about Gabby.
Michelle, what's her name?
And
Michelle? She's still on the show?
heck
No,
no.
they killed her.
She gave us nothing when
Who else still on the show? Gabby.
So all right, it's Gabby, Dolores, Ivor, Dylan, Tom, Brittany, Danielle.
7 left.
Okay.
So how do they get the power? I believe it's in a competition. They have to compete for it. I believe. Not totally sure. But
for drama purposes, they probably gonna give it to Dylan.
I'm not a fan of having a power this strong, this like on the last episode.
This late.
But
the people have to believe you, and that's the tough thing. Where I'm curious, or I don't know, it's you. People will just be going off your word, and that's where I think it's the fun if a traitor gets it.
Yeah.
The tough thing is, the traitor would have to use that once they're at the final 4 in-person fire thing. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's an interesting spot. I think it's a net negative, but I don't know. It could turn up with a decent TV moment.
I doubt
this would have been cool. Episode like 7.
It's only in my mind. It only works if a traitor gets it. If a faithful gets it, it kind of sucks. If a traitor gets it and they get to the round table, have to lie or throw their other traitor under the bus. That's
only because it's late in the game, late stages. Earlier, mid stages in the game, a power like that, it could really shift the game. Like it could really shake some alliances up. It could make people, distrust. Somebody could be on the right track, but then this power get them completely turned around type deal, So these twists and these late recruitments definitely need to stop.
You're right. The game doesn't end immediately after the seer. I'm curious if someone gets a seer, keeps it under wraps, and gets to the end and says, "Oh, I know we have a traitor left because I used a seer on Brittany."
Yeah, and now I didn't even think about that. That's a good point because what if I don't want you out at the table? I can work with this traitor, be like, hey, let's get this person out and making them believe that I'm with them and don't think that they're a traitor, something like that. Because there's no more murders. There are no more murders. So you would be safe from murder after this. Whoever gets murdered this round before the power, like this upcoming murder, that's the last one. They're not getting murdered anymore. There's only 2 banishments left before the finale.
So what is it? So we're at 7 right now. We're gonna get down to 6.
Get down to 6, and then banish again.
Banishment down to 5. And so are they outside by the fire at 5? That I don't remember. I feel like it's normally 4, but
no, it's 3 banishments then. No,
don't they banish somebody to their face at the end?
There's another banishment.
I guess we'll see.
Okay, so wait, hold on. We at 7. Somebody's getting murdered, and then
banish down to 5.
Banish down to 5.
Murder at 4.
They normally murder after their last challenge, don't they?
See, that's what I'm saying. So okay,
4.
so I think we're gonna see 2 murders in the episode, 2 murders and a banishment, and then the winner revealed,
and then final 4 outside.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 2 murders and a banishment. Okay,
I remember.
I forgot the
format. Who knows? We gonna see. We'll let y'all know Thursday what happens.
I know.
All right, y'all. We've been over here kicking and cackling. It has been a great episode. Excited to see what happens. Honestly, I don't know. Like I said, I'm obviously rooting for Dylan or Brittany because they're the last people on my draft. mostly Brittany, because Big Brother needs a win. If we do not get this win, we're gonna be looking bad out here in these reality TV streets.
I will say in my head, the only bad winner is a soul. If it was Ivor and Dolores at the end, I think I'm not satisfied. Any other combination, I'm happy. That's me personally, because you know what? Give me a Tom win. But also, I'm rooting for Brittany and Danielle, but Danielle ain't gonna be here.
Cam asked us to pull up the drafts.
I don't think we can today. We do not have the facilities today, but just to lay the floor, I have Gabby left.
One person left.
No, I have two.
But Eric. Yeah, Eric has. I ain't updated it, but I'm on.
I have Gabby.
Pull up the one you pull
Josh has Tom Sandoval and Dolores. And look at my memory. It's old.
I ain't grayed our people out yet, but I just have Danielle. Eric has Brittany and Dylan. Josh has Gabby, right? And Eli has.
I have Gabby. Josh has Dolores. I didn't realize that was Sam and not Tom Sandoval. That might be Tom Sandoval. I can't tell the difference, but
I think he has Sam.
Wait, is that Sam? Oh, Josh got Sam.
Josh losing. That's all I know.
Did Sam just go home or did Tom just go home? Sam just went home.
Yeah.
Okay, so he only got what's her name left?
Dolores. Yeah,
Dolores and Gabby mixed up. Okay, yeah.
The only way Dolores wins is if they get out Brittany. If Dylan's like, no, let's throw it again and take out Brittany because she was close to Danielle. That's the only thing I can see. But yeah. Treese got Danielle. I have Brittany and Dylan. Josh has Dolores. And Eli has Gabby.
Oh, go Gabby. Let's go Bachelor franchise.
It truly is anyone's game. And that's the crazy thing about it. It is literally anybody's game.
Funny thing is, there was one point where post-draft, when we saw who the actual traitors were, it's like, man, Treese cheated. Treese won.
Literally. But I feel like I could win either way with Dylan.
I feel like you could lose.
I also feel like he can lose.
I could. I don't see Dylan go unless they murder Dylan. Don't murder him, please. Don't murder him. But
I honestly don't see him getting murdered. I think Danielle thinks like, oh, he had my back this boat, so I think he's gonna continue.
Yeah.
It depends on how he moved during the challenge and stuff too. So if he get all like the conversations they have before that banishment is really is gonna be like,
because he be stuttering sometimes when Danielle he be stuttering.
Yep.
Man,
I would have voted him out when he caught me.
I want to hear Cam's thoughts. Cam's but Cam say interesting, and Cam's keeping his thoughts.
What you mean? It's March 9th. The Ides of March.
That's daylight savings. He said when we turn the clocks back or forward, whichever direction.
Wait, when is the Ides of March? Is that March 13th or 9th? From when they did Caesar, they killed.
That
Caesar,
might be is that the reunion?
Maybe.
Can we don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, y'all, we will still be back.
Oh, that's March 15th
this week for Survivor.
Okay, thanks, Ty. Woo!
So come back and watch us for Survivor.
Survivor is this week.
It popped up so fast, didn't it?
It did. Because why would y'all do that? Y'all couldn't wait till March.
Because I didn't even look at a cast video. Like the only thing I looked at the first, the first like 2 minutes, and that showed us nothing.
Yeah.
So I need to sit down
and watch. Not to shade them, we can have all these Survivor conversations on Wednesday, but man, with all the talk about Survivor 50, it's almost like people are just itching to get to there. Oh, we got to get our fan votes going. But
we still got to go to 49. We still have a whole other season of newbies to go through. Huh?
Season we gotta wait till after the C50.
This is 48, girl.
I know.
You cutting out.
Yeah, Treese, you're too upset. You gotta settle down. You're too upset that your mic isn't picking you up.
Bruh. It's like,
there you go.
Why in the world
Would y'all? It's like when you see a movie trailer and it be like June, and it be like comes out next year in June. I gotta wait a year.
Yes, indeed.
No.
A whole year before Survivor 50. Yes, you do.
That's absolutely.
Mm-hmm. A whole freaking year.
Which means, just wait, a year from now we'll be finishing Traitors and getting ready for Survivor 50. So
that's insane.
Thanks for sticking with us on this journey, y'all.
Next time Survivor start in March.
Literally, like, what possessed y'all to do this at the last during Black History Month? No, just it better be if a black person don't win this season, y'all wrong for doing this in the Black History. No,
man, they about to vote Psy out first. They about to vote
That's
Star
enough of you
out
DEIs.
first.
It's time to get back to the basics.
Did y'all see that somebody submitted something to the court to end the DEI stuff for CBS? I don't think it'll take hold, but obviously because like that would just be crazy. But the fact that they even tried it is insane. Mm-hmm. Right, ain't no BB King to compete with. That's true. That's so sad. We didn't have no BB King.
Oh no, BB King. Put a wrist on Survivor.
Put her. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. But we rambling. We love y'all. Right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Who All Gonna Be There podcast. Before you get up out of here, if you're listening, make sure you leave us 5 stars and a review. Only good things, because bad things are not something that we want. And make sure you follow us. And we will block you. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Who All Gonna Be There podcast, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Who All There, and turn on those notification bells so you always know when we got something going on. Until Wednesday, we'll see y'all for Survivor 48's premiere, and then the explosive and mind-boggling win of whoever wins the Traitors on Thursday. We'll figure it out, and then we'll be back Monday.
All right, bye y'all.
Peace.
Good night.